Awesome. Hey, Eddie, I'm Chris Taylor. I'm the social media manager over at Marcus Theaters. How are you, my friend?
What's up? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Hey, happy birthday, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Always, man. I appreciate you taking some time to sit down with me on this special day.
Of course, of course.
So, congratulations first and foremost, writing, directing, and even a cameo spot in your film here. This is huge. Boogie was awesome, man. I have to tell you, ahead of these interviews, obviously I screened the film. I watched Boogie back to back, and reached out to Emily, my focus rep, and said while I was watching it for the second time, saying I love this film. I had so much fun with it, man. Congratulations.
That means so much. Thank you, Chris. Really.
Oh,
Honestly.
absolutely, man. Absolutely. So I'd love to get your thoughts on, writing and directing, debut film, right? And as far as direction goes, I'd love to get your thoughts on that and your experience.
Yeah, I mean, I put it all out there, left it all on the court. And for me, this really is, bookends my 10 years in the entertainment industry. I came in with Bauhaus and fresh off the boat, and I've always been fighting to tell my story in my voice in the most specific, authentic way possible. And it's been tough. And to be honest, I've been ready to tell this story the whole time. The hardest part was convincing a partner, a quality partner, that to let me do it. And so Focus Features is the first place I've really felt like I was given the room to run that was necessary to represent my experience, my community, and the people that have followed this story for quite some time. So this Boogie represents the culmination of fighting for 10 years in the entertainment industry. First trying to tell my story with a $4 sandwich, then a memoir, then a sitcom, and now finally this is the fully realized version.
Well, I love it, man. I think you hit the nail on the head. The soundtrack was fire. New York City felt like a real living, breathing character in the film. And I got to ask, it felt like there were some elements of Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing kind of just gently sprinkled across the film. Was that part of your inspiration for Boogie, or how'd that go?
I'm a huge Spike fan. I became a man in Fort Greene, so 11217 stand up. It's if you a New Yorker, it's inevitable that you're influenced by Spike in a myriad of ways. My biggest inspirations for this film, number one, Good Will Hunting. That was the film that taught me you could talk about domestic violence and violence in the home. Two, for the structure of the film, very influenced by Rocky, and then for the world and the way we paint the picture and the way we sit down in moments, I really look towards the Taiwanese new wave epic Brighter Summer Day, probably the greatest Taiwanese film ever made, as well as Tsai Ming Liang's Rebels of the Neon God, and a couple shots, from Wong Kar-wai's collaboration with Christopher Doyle, Days of Being Wild, like when you see Taylor and Taylor laying down on a rock, Boogie and Eleanor head to head. That's an homage to Days of Being Wild.
Oh, that's great. I'm a In the Mood for Love Wong Kar-wai guy, so
Yeah, that's the best one. That's the best one, but I feel like that's like the seminal work of our generation. I feel like for this coming of age and the age of these characters and kind of the budget and size of the film, the comps from Wong Kar-wai I would look at a lot of Chungking Express and Days of Being Wild.
Absolutely. Well, Eddie, congratulations on Boogie. Absolutely incredible film. I'm really excited to have it playing on our big screens over at Marcus Theaters. Nothing but blessings of good fortune, and even better, birthday blessings for you today. So thank you so much for the time, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, and thank you for playing the film. Really
Always, brother. Thanks. Have a good one.
Of course, you too.